Hi, I'm AJ Fried, and Memorial Day being in June is music to my ears.
And I'm Sean Petraitis. Michelle is still not back.
With your weekend weather, I'm Ava Scheffler.
Good morning, Mepham. Today is day 79 of the coronavirus quarantine. Please rise and join us for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now that it is officially the month of June, that means there is only one more week of school left. As a notice to all, make sure to complete all of your assignments before the official last day of school.
And speaking of Mepham, 3 excellent teachers will be retiring at the end of this calendar school year. Mr. Dirks, Mr. LEACOCK, and Ms. ACKERMAN will all be retiring after years of hard work and dedication to the students. Here's BMB's Hannah Broxmeyer with a piece of their stories.
3 teachers at Mepham are retiring this year: Mr. Dirks, Ms. ACKERMAN, and Mr. LEACOCK. Some of their colleagues shared how they impacted Mepham while they were teaching there.
All 3 of them have been friends to me and mentors to me. I've learned a lot from them. I've learned a lot with them. I've had a lot of fun with them, and I'm going to miss them a great deal.
But I'm happy for them. This is the right. It's the right time for them. They're ready for this. But they left. They're going to leave really big holes.
He epitomizes what a teacher is, because not only does he teach the children and the students, I gotta be honest, he taught me.
I loved seeing Mr. Dirks' creativity with his classes, especially with his hands-on history class. He did all kinds of incredible projects with them.
When students were in the classroom, I watched how she engaged with them, and then when students weren't in the classroom, we got to talk about what it was like to parent.
It's tough to spend so much time with someone and then they're just gonna be gone.
We're happy for them because they've earned it and they deserve it. But it's also bittersweet because we're not getting to say goodbye to everybody at the end of the year this year, right? That goes with the seniors too.
These teachers will be missed in the future, but they can retire knowing that they left a positive influence on Mepham. From BMB, I'm Hannah Broxmeyer.
Thanks, Hannah. You can see the full version of this story on today's Daily Report. A very important event that is occurring in the Mepham community is tonight's St. Baldricks event. On this week's Around Campus, Casey Fahrer sat down with one of the hosts, Lorrie, DellaCroce, to discuss this event.
I'm Casey Fahrer, and on this week's Around Campus, we have one of the hosts of the St. Baldricks event, Lorrie DellaCroce. How you doing today, Lorrie?
Good, thanks for having me.
No problem, thank you. So what does it mean necessarily to be a host of the St. Baldricks event fundraiser?
Well, this is one of the biggest events that we put on each year, and to be given this opportunity, it means a lot. I'm really honored to be able to host this for everyone.
And could you possibly elaborate on the process or how you ended up choosing to accept the position as the host of the event?
Well, Mr. Stein came to me and to everyone proposing this idea to do a virtual St. Baldricks, and he said he wanted me and Rocco to be one of the hosts, and I figured, what better way to end my senior year than host one of the biggest events we put on.
And what can you expect to see on tonight's showing of St. Baldricks?
Well, we got a lot. We have a bunch of 4 videos of the 4 kids that we're honoring. We have about 5 shadies that we're going to do live. And there's some other surprises that we'll see when we get there.
I'm sure those surprises will be unraveled as time goes on. And also, what are you looking forward to the most from the event?
Well, I think I'm just kind of looking forward to, seeing everyone together and working on something together like this. And, this will probably be one of it or the last, event that we could put on as a school and as BMB, and just to be a part of that is really nice.
Remember, you can see the St. Baldricks event tonight on the BMB YouTube channel. Thank you, Lorrie, for stopping by. Now back to AJ and Michelle.
Thanks, Casey. The St. Baldricks can be watched tonight on the BMB YouTube channel. The YouTube page always has great content like the Daily Report and Midweek Update. This week's Midweek Update features stories about TEDx and Grand Avenue's Mr. Abbott. Make sure to check it out.
Now that it is June, it's getting pretty warm outside. Here's Ava Scheffler with your weekend weather.
Good morning, Mepham. I'm Ava Chef, cooking up a storm here with your weekend forecast. And to kick off this weekend, tonight we have our annual St. Baldricks event hosted by your very own BMB. So head to the BMB YouTube channel to watch the St. Baldricks event. I am a host along with many other BMB friends. Kicking off with the weekend weather, today is supposed to be pretty stormy and not very nice with temperatures in the mid-70s. Saturday is supposed to be a beautiful day with partly cloudy skies and temperatures in the low 80s, so that's really nice. And Sunday is supposed to be a beautiful sunny day with temperatures in the mid-70s. I hope you all have a great weekend, Mepham. Make sure you tune in to the St. Baldricks event, and I'll see you next time on the weather.
Thanks, Ava. And before we finish off the announcement, there's been tension surrounding the country for the past few days. Here's the story that brought America into protest.
The death of George Floyd at the hands of 4 Minneapolis police officers 11 days ago has ignited a wave of protests across the nation. After almost 3 months of COVID-19 imposed social distancing, armed reopen demonstrations, 40 million jobs lost, and less than 6 months till a national election, we're at a moment of extreme anxiety as both peaceful protesters and violent looters take to our city streets for very different reasons, but both out of extreme frustration. It is a moment of heightened tension as people of all races struggle to make sense of the new world we were all experiencing.
You know, I want to say as a human being first and as an educator second, I feel the need to comment on the recent events that are causing so much of us in this nation to feel a deep sense of pain, frustration, anger, heartbreak. Certainly one emotion does not truly encapsulate everything we may be feeling or thinking. For me, I have this overwhelming sense, this overwhelming feeling of sadness. I'm sad for George Floyd and his family. If his brutal murder was not enough, to see it replayed over and over on TV must be unbearable. I'm sad for the men and women in police forces across the country who dedicate their lives to protecting people and property, that they are taking such abuse because of 4 officers they themselves are disgusted by. I'm sad for the peaceful protesters who are trying to change society. I'm sad for store owners. I'm sad for all those who have suffered because of their race, creed, color, or sexual orientation. I'm sad for kids, all of our kids. I do believe when sadness comes, hope can and will follow. Much needed positive change as we treat each other better and we can learn to live with each other in a better way.
The students of Bellmore-Merrick are also struggling with many of the same thoughts and emotions as we experience the images playing out across the screens on our devices, and as of late, even in our own neighborhoods. Many students are struggling with what to think, or may be afraid to take a stance on what they think may be an unpopular opinion.
The hardest thing about teaching about hot-button issues is allowing the kids to express their opinions and to process everything in a safe environment. It's especially hard in this remote world that we find ourselves in today. The kids need us to help make sense of what's going on, and that's just hard to do in a Zoom class.
I feel for what people are going through as of right now. All life is important, and the century-old battle of prejudice and hate has reared its ugly head to the forefront once again. In a time of so much uncertainty, strife does no good to anyone. George Floyd indeed should never had his life taken away, and that is a true injustice in itself. No one can deny that. Coming together right now as a community and as a nation is as important as ever, because America will and always be the land of opportunity and diversity. And I will end this by saying this as important as ever. Not all African Americans are criminals. Not all whites are racist. Not all cops are bad. Ignorance comes in all colors.
Still, other students have been inspired to take action.
Actually, yesterday I did attend one of the protests in Merrick. I marched with a group of peaceful protesters. There was a lot of us, and we were just standing up for what's right. I'm for Black Lives Matter. I'm for the movement, and I'm just standing up for their rights. I'm all for it, to be honest. I think I'm attending another one today with a group of people, and we're just safely marching along the streets, and we're just peacefully protesting.
No matter what your political views, these are difficult times, and it is important to respect all voices as people across our district and across our nation try to make sense of the new reality that we are all living in.
Mepham has been a no place for hate school, and we will continue to be that in the future.
Now, for this week's quote of the day. In spite of temporary victories, violence never brings permanent peace. We adopt the means of nonviolence because our end is a community at peace with itself.
No time is more important than now to repeat the words of Dr. Martin Luther King. These have been the BMB morning announcements for Friday, June 5th.
Have a great day, Mepham. Michelle told me I couldn't do this.